You'll make me, can I share?
I'll just give me a minute. Yes, you can.
And hopefully now you'll be able to see full screen. Do you see full screen now?
Yes, absolutely. Just put it on the slideshow. Thank you so much. Lovely.
Okay. Yeah.
We have the breakout
You see.
rooms. I don't
Oh,
know how we have the
okay.
breakout rooms. Happy New
I
Year.
don't know if we'll need them. I haven't planned for the breakout
No
rooms.
problem.
Anyway, we will go back to Seema if she's here to continue. Seema, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, yes.
Would
No,
you like
what
to
we
continue? Yes, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, what we did, we made word webs. So some of the keywords in the central idea are a little difficult for grade 2 children. So we with those word webs, we told ask them what words come to your mind when you see this particular word, and then after making those webs for the difficult words, then again, as Geetika said, because they're young children, we give them pictures related to the central idea, and we told them, now you understood the meaning of each word. See, at times they're not able to understand the meaning of the words in the central idea. So that's why we kind of, put them into bits, through these word webs. So that really helped them to understand better. Yes.
Thank you, Seema.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So some really good ideas coming forth, and I'm sure, this is what the community does, and you are also well connected through our WhatsApp group, sharing and learning together. And that in itself is also the community that we have, not just parents, all other ways and avenues that we learn with together. So should we move ahead? Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. So we are now talking about professional development for PYP coordinators, right? There has to be continuous growth and learning. So this, as I said, is an avenue here, continuous learning. So it's paramount for PYP coordinators, and you must stay abreast, not just of new practices that are introduced with enhancements in the IB-PYP, but also of current educational practices, pedagogies, and technology trends that impact student learning as well as engagements for further deeper learning. Talking about workshops and conferences, participating, we are fortunate with the IB. There are lots of these webinars going on and sessions like the early years one that's coming up. Do register. These are free conference workshops online. So when you register, you get to learn. PYP coordinators get valuable insights actually and opportunities to gain insights, share their experiences, and most important, acquire new skills as infinite learners, which are relevant to your role as well as your responsibility of being the beacon holder, I would say, for the program at your school. Networking opportunities, again, the network across India now has become quite effective. You're having these yearly annual PYP coordinators network meetings. The second one was held in 2024. Do participate. Network with other coordinators around the world, educators, there are people in Facebook, LinkedIn, reach out, and lots of rich work can be, learned as well as modified to your needs. And therefore, keep fostering that collaborative spirit, allowing for the exchange of best practices, resources, innovative strategies, and all these will benefit your school initiatives. But please understand, which is very, very important, the culture and context of a school varies. The standards and practices are the same worldwide, but what is the culture of that school? What is the context of the school? So what works in school A may not work in school B. What is at a different level in school A may be different. Not only that, the journey of the school also matters. Right? So think about the culture and context of schools and what you will make things happen, right? So that's about the professional development. Keep honing your skills and enhancing the effectiveness because when you hone your skills, who is going to be supported? Students as well as the other teachers in your school. Okay, so I've put down these 3 challenges. I think the challenges that are faced by PYP coordinator, as I said, context and cultures of schools are different. The educational landscape may be different. And how do you navigate through that? You may have resource limitations, right? It could be financial, it could be technological, it could even be instructional, right? So this is a challenge. So it may impact, I may say, that the implementation of the program, as well as the ability to effectively initiate changes, right? So that could be one. It could also be when there are schools I know where the coordinators have more than one role, that of teaching. So juggling various responsibilities, maybe some other role as well within the admin staff. And then how can you think about supporting curriculum with other staff, posing challenges in time management and effectiveness. So different roles that you have within the school can pose a challenge for your time and effectiveness in implementing the program. Also, navigating change. The dynamic nature of the policies, the IB standards necessitates that, the PYP coordinator is adaptable and, most importantly, resilient, so that you can take your community through these transitions. For example, the transdisciplinary themes, they have undergone change. But please understand, even with the IB, you are expected to move to the new transdisciplinary theme in 2027. So take it slow and easy, where you yourself understand what it may look like in your school. What may it look like within a particular grade? What may this change look like for one unit? So take it slowly so you see how that works. Now, having said these are some of the challenges, I would say that life is interesting when you have challenges, isn't it? A little bit of spice. Nothing should be a cakewalk. However, what skills do you think will support a PYP coordinator to overcome these challenges? Please post them in the chat box.
Till that time, one or two can share.
Yes, and some can share it orally as well.
Anybody? What skills do you think will support a PYP coordinator to overcome these challenges? So, being a good listener, being
Yes.
organized,
Yes.
being vulnerable.
Yes, being vulnerable is a very good one.
Being
Yes.
open to changes and being adaptable.
Okay.
I feel okay.
So
May
Go
I?
ahead.
Yeah. I feel a lot of researchers have needed the research skills, and where you also socialize, as you mentioned, networking. So when you communicate, you know more. And I think these skills even help you to overcome these challenges. So you know where to organize and where to see what you used to think and what you think now. So you could do the compare contrast, and then you can overcome these challenges.
Okay. Nice.
we have some
Anybody?
responses.
Yes.
Resilience, open-minded, flexible, multitasking ability, quick decision making ability, technology proficiency, skilled in using online communication and collaboration tools, being an inquirer always, ability to lead and inspire teachers, innovative and creative ideas, flexible leadership, open to learning and being adaptable, resource limitations for new PYPC like me, understanding group dynamics. Yeah. I think you're describing a goddess here.
Yes, actually, it's not about a goddess. It's what you think to be the goddess, right?
Yeah.
What could be your challenges will be different from somebody else. Yes, and nothing is ideal because it involves exceptional problem-solving skills. All that you've said could be the solved areas, right? But definitely, what are those skills? And it's okay. You cannot be a god or goddess. It's all right. Some may be very good, some may work well, some may be reflecting your personality. It's all right. No two people are alike. No two people look alike. No two people think alike. But yes, how you make yourself comfortable to overcome those challenges, what you can do to the best of your ability. So do not become a god or goddess. I will not encourage that. Persevere. And what you need to remember is that student learning should be the focal idea of all initiatives. It's not about being the best. It is not about Who is best? It is again a very, very relative term.
Yeah.
So think about what works in your scenario and how you as a PYP coordinator can make that happen. It's about making that happen within your scenario. That's important. Don't compare A to B. Never. It's about you. Your success lies in how you are living the IB learner profile attributes.
See,
And
Chandrai,
yes.
I feel that, in our life, it's not about honing that, being that, or practicing that leadership. But leadership is to first is to accept that everybody is at different pace. Everybody is in different
Yes,
space.
absolutely.
So, just accepting the individuality and fitting things with as that puzzle, that jigsaw puzzle, that makes the whole picture. See, every jigsaw puzzle piece is very different, and how you're able to
Exactly.
share the responsibility with your team, how you're able to trust them, looking at their strength. So discretion, and giving away that responsibility or asking them to take forward. For example, we have creative suchaks in our community. Not everything I
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
sit and do. We have people
yeah.
like you, Chandrai, who volunteer, who come forward with your expertise of life and share it with all of us. You don't know how blessed we all feel at this point of time. So it's not I, me, myself. I personally believe that, and I've never believed in this idea of I, me, myself. It's always we.
Absolutely. And see, one side, the PYP philosophy wants you to take care of all student needs, right? So even we in your community as teachers are different, learn in different ways. Is it an equitable space? Are you fair? Are you judgmental? Think about it. Don't be judgmental because everyone has some strength. Identify that strength. And just like you said, Pallavi, look for the strength, and that strength will support you. Sonam knows, she's worked with me, and we always look at strengths. Every individual should have a strength and definitely will, and that strength will support you. So as a PYP coordinator, that could be an area that you could look at. You could look at, being someone who can look at some basic practices, something like this, wherein time management would play a very important role. Setting clear goals. Use the SMART strategy. I'm an old-fashioned person. I'm happy with the SMART strategy. Utilizing technology, very important as well. So when you talk about time management, what is a priority? I know I have had the experience. On one evening, my priority was A, B, C. When I come into school, next morning, my ABC is down the list and I have a fresh ABC, right? So you need to think about what is important. Efficient time management is essential. Looking at setting achievable targets, allowing yourself to optimize productivity, as well as looking at timely completion of important initiatives. Very important, timely completion. Otherwise, you're just going to be adding on to the baggage of incomplete tasks, right? So set those priorities, set a timeline, and see how well you can finish them. Thinking about clear goals, establishing specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals is pivotal as well to provide direction and clarity to initiatives taken under the PYP framework. Good old strategy, backward by design. When do you want this work to be completed, or when do you want this initiative to work, or something as simple as being on time for a collaborative meeting? Anything. Look backwards. What is it that you need to do? So think of strategies that work best for yourself. Talking about utilizing technology, somebody did say using technology as a communication tool. Yes. Think about data management. Think about data management is not quantitative data always, qualitative data. Where is that qualitative data? Should be a click away. Access that, which is going to help you. And sharing of, certain processes, having that resource through technology, as well as processes that may help you to collaborate and make your day-to-day operations more efficient, right? So think about technology that may support you to do that. Navigating complexities of this role will ensure the mission of the PYP remains in place. So you need to think about how you can navigate through the complexities. It's complex. And I have this, usual, those who know me know, take two hands and put them together. Both hands work well. Each finger has its own role. Have them weaving through each other to support you and work through this complexity. So how do you know that there are success as PYP coordinators? There are real world examples and impacts, all available. Examples from IB schools, impact on student outcomes, innovative practices, and you should go into IB blogs. And IB resource is the core of everything that you will see. Looking at learning stories, nano PDs are very useful. You also have a PYP playlist. Think about, your coordination that could highlight some innovative practices from other schools, inspiring others to experiment. The word is experiment, innovate and experiment. You don't have to achieve perfection. What went wrong and why did it go wrong? How can I make it better? If you were to travel to a new space, to a new place, right? You take a road, you may use Google Maps, but even Google Maps might give you, some instruction which you don't follow. How do you come back on the path? Make that mistake, try and come back. Be open to experimenting, right? So thinking about new teaching methodologies, collaboration, someone brings something, don't be hierarchical. Listen to some others. Think about what good value or strength that person brings, or more than one person brings to your community, to your collaborative space at your school. So as a PYP coordinator, it's very important to think about how you can adapt to educational needs. How are you evolving in an educational landscape that shifts, driven by technological advancements? Big example, AI. Do you know I went to ChatGPT to get the format of slides, ChatGPT to get this slide design, right? Use it effectively. Think about curriculum reforms, diverse learning needs, and most important, the landscape requires you to be open-minded and responsive to the new trends and challenges. We should pat ourselves on our back on how we continued with student education in times of COVID. And what did we learn? What did we learn and how do we change? Did we not change our learning landscapes? We did. Integration of technology, we've already talked about, but think about how the strategic use of technology can enhance teaching, collaboration, as well as learning experiences. So digital tools are becoming increasingly prominent, but look at your cohort, look at your students, look at your environment, look at your culture and context. Just because a school is totally technology driven doesn't mean you also need to be, right? So think about what works best in your case. And most important, focus on global citizenship, promoting sustainability and all the core values that are aligned with the IB mission. Please place strong emphasis on developing global citizens. Who are global citizens? Brainstorm, check with it, right? So looking ahead, it is about, a PYP coordinator will definitely be influenced by evolving educational landscape or technology integration and a renewed focus. I would encourage you to renew your focus on global citizenship. And you will play a crucial role for these trends, navigating through these trends and ensuring that PYP continues to be relevant, meaningful, and a globally minded education for all your students. And only you can ensure that through your role in the school. Okay, I'm also inspired by the atomic habits of behavior. So I believe the heart, the identity and the heart is in the center, just like the book says. So think about everything. What is your role, right? Role is one which encompasses curriculum, leadership, teacher support, student assessment, as well as community engagement. And that alone will make PYP successful, and it's vital for that. Talking about your importance, you are effective and you're essential for creating cohesive educational environment and enhances, I would say, learning experiences and outcomes for all students. And my final thoughts is that as education evolves, the PYP coordinator will need to embrace new challenges and opportunities and continuously advocate for best practices to support student learning and development. Anyone, any thought?
Hi, Nadia. Want to share something?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. So, yeah, I quite agree with Chandra, everything that she said in the role of a coordinator. It's very dynamic, and I've been in this role for last 9 years now. And every day is, like a new day for me. And exactly what Chandra said, I think when she mentioned that, you come with a plan A, B, like, I come with a to-do list, or I aim to complete certain things on a particular day, but I land up doing something else. But yes, you have to prioritize, and you need to make sure that because your role, since you're the link between the IB and the school, you're more like a magnet in the school, because you are connected to learners, you're connected to your teaching community, to the stakeholders of the school, also with the IB. So I call myself more like a magnet, because we are the ones who will bring everybody together, and especially focus more on the curriculum, because sometimes being in the Indian context, sometimes we are pulled by different programs and different curricula. So to stick or get the school to move towards the IB, I think that's one place where the IB PYP coordinator plays a very, very crucial role in ensuring that um, we're not moving away or drifting away. And then all the new enhancements that are coming, how do you transition, how do you transfer that in your school? So how do you plan that entire shift, or moving away from certain practices that you're doing? So it's a very dynamic role, and happy to see so many of you all here today, and wishing all the very best for you. And you must take this opportunity if it comes your way, because to share my story, I was offered this a few years ago, but then I felt, no, no, I'm so happy as a HRT. And, I love I have my own agency in the learning studio. I love being with the children. So I never thought of, though I was supporting in the leadership, but then I didn't really want to get into the role, because I thought it'll be very administrative work, which I will not enjoy personally. But then in talking terms with the school, I always made sure that I stick to the curriculum area, not get too much into admissions and all of that. So I took this a little later in life, say about 3 years later. But I'm happy that I took that decision, and I had a mentor, my director of school, who saw that potential in me, because I think personally I wasn't ready, or I did not see myself in that role. So if you are aspirational about this, take it on, because there's a lot of learning, and you see a growth path away. So now for me, I want to stick to PYP coordinator role. Like personally, if you ask me, I will grow horizontally, but I don't want to grow vertically in the school organization. And then, like, I don't want to take up any administrative role as a head of PYP and all. I feel that the PYP coordinator role is superb. You get to do and interact with everybody in the school environment. So my best place to be, and I think I would want to retire, or anytime that I drift, I would want to move out as a PYP coordinator and be known
Lovely.
always as a PYP
Thank you,
coordinator.
Nadia.
Thank
Well
you.
said,
Sorry
Nadia. I think
I'm taking too much of your time.
no, it's okay. It's
That's
everyone's
fine.
time. Yes, and good to share success stories. And also, I also never gave up my role of a PYP coordinator and took on additional roles. So it's okay, what you connect best with. And that's exactly what we're saying. In conclusion and key takeaways, each of us is different. So what word do you connect with the most? Add it to the Padlet. And that is what it's all about. What do you embrace the most, or would want to embrace the most in your role as a PYP coordinator?
Lovely. The
I have
link
just
was
2
shared.
minutes. You could put it in the Padlet. The link was shared. Yes, sorry, Pallavi, go ahead. You
No.
could put it in the chat as well, so we could read as we go along. Or you could speak aloud, right, Pallavi?
Yes, better. Speak.
Pallavi,
you.
can you post the Padlet link once again in the chat box, please?
I did in the
It-
last one. Let me check. Chandra, can you share it again, please?
Oh dear. It's in the WhatsApp, right?
I'm
Okay.
looking for it again.
Okay, I'm coming out and
Because I
then
shared
doing
in the last meeting, didn't realize we would need it here.
it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'll go back.
Can you do it, or you want me to do it? I'll have to come out of this. I'm
No,
on
I
one
found it. I
device
found
now.
it. I found it.
Padlet and the sandbox, both.
I'll share.
First the Padlet, and if anyone's putting in something in the chat, then wonderful. Okay. Shweta has posted, thank you. And we are not done yet. We are not done yet. So please don't run away. Which are the words that you connect most with? I know we've overshot time. We respect your time. If you need to, you may leave. But however, just that to give it a good conclusion. Okay, so you've got two activities. One, to put in the words that you connect with the most. And something that's really dear to me is the gratitude. You, PYP coordinator, deserves gratitude. Do you agree with me? Share some words of
Absolutely.
gratitude for yourself or for your PYP coordinator in the sandbox. The QR code for the sandbox is also here. You could share if you're working under a PYP coordinator, now that you know what the role involves, and what would you say if you already knew as well. And take a moment to create that gratitude message or a card, whatever you wish to do in the sandbox. And at the same time, you're also looking at these keywords in the Padlet. The keyword section is in the second section in the Padlet. So thank you, everyone. From today's session, your reflection is this: what will you do tomorrow in your role? What will you do next week? What will you do a month from today, 3 months later, and 6 months from now? It's a philosophy, a practice that you need to think about. What are you reflecting? We inquired into the role, you're going to do something and then reflect from the learning as well.
We are about to finish. Anybody would like to express? Chandrai, before everybody says, I would really like to thank you, bottom of my heart, as a friend, as a mentor, as a guide, as I keep saying, as a backbone of the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This was very deep, yet you made it very easy for us to understand. So thank you for being you. And
Thank you,
thank you for
Pallavi,
the
for this
session.
opportunity. If you allow me to share, I can see how the people are putting in the words of gratitude for their coordinators. If I can share from the sandbox. And here it is. Some of them are here. Can you see the sandbox? Yes, gratitude. Thank you to the PYP coordinator for being approachable and motivating us. Thank you for being an able lifelong learner. I'm sure you're connecting this. Thank you for taking all of us along and saying thank you to each one of us. What a wonderful note that is. Inclusion and put yourself in learner-centric and evaluate the learning. Wonderful. So you're writing these notes either to yourself or to your PYP coordinator.
With this, thank you, Chandrai. And the most awaited session to start this year has come to an end. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. I don't have enough thank yous to thank you, Chandrai.
Oh, Pallavi.
I
No
would
thank
I
you.
would
We are
like
all
to
here
add
together. Yeah.
I would like to add something. She brought out the key points so beautifully that it's absorbed in the mind completely. Gratitude to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank
End
you,
of
Sapna, for your
the.
kind words, and Pallavi also.
No,
Yes, over
please
to you,
stop
Pallavi.
saying thank you. You said too much of thank you to me. No, Chandrai. I don't do anything. Everybody does. And January end is the time we are going to be looking at the session with Carol. I will soon post a document where you will all share your questions. Talk to your teams, talk to your colleagues, talk to the learners as how bring the questions to your learner that you would like to ask Carol from the learner's point of view when we look at differentiation. So she is coming for the second time to eCurious Minds, and let's make the most of it from the differentiation goddess herself. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. Enjoy and keep smiling. Be the change to bring the
Thank you,
change.
Pallavi. Thank you
Okay.
all.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ms.
Chandray.
Chandray. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Chandray. Thank you,
everyone.
Pallavi.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome.
Bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Pallavi
much.
and Chandra. Thank you so much. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.